I'm testing the Volkswagen ID.R. The ID.R is an electric performance car made by Volkswagen as a part of their ID Electric group. Today's tests will include its 2 best races, the Season 10 and Mountain races, and its 2 worst races, the Rally race and the Drift race. This race will take a while and there will be no commentary on it, so if you want to skip it, feel free to do so. The mountain race was when the Volkswagen ID.R proved it was the shining star it was built to be. The ID.R took any corner that was thrown at it with gusto, carving through any corner with ease, save for one particular corner 29 seconds in. Tunnels in the ID.R are pretty easy so long as you don't hit a wall, which is already made difficult due to its exceptional handling. Its sterling acceleration remains in straightaways and levels out to a very, very good top speed. The ID.R finished with a respectable 1 minute 24-second race time. The Williams FW42B, which we're just going to call the Formula 1992 for the sake of the name, was the reigning champion before the ID.R was introduced. One of the biggest cons is that it hates being thrown against walls and will quickly lose control if it hits one. Although it has a decent top speed and traction, the biggest con, other than it hating walls, is the fact that it has very laid-back handling, which can be a very big problem on races like this one. Due to its awful base top speed, you're not going to feel very fast on straightaways compared to the ID.R. With a finishing race time of exactly 1 minute 34 seconds, this thing is trash. It's just trash. Compared to the ID.R, this thing is pathetic. For the sake of time, we're just going to speed up the parts that are not the dirt road. Like, a lot. The ID.R managed to take to the dirt road with race tires surprisingly well, save for the little bump where it lost a tiny amount of traction. Total race time, 1 minute 21 seconds and a half a second, so yeah, pretty good. We had a little bit of a stim invasion, so the chat bubble blocked a part of my vision while I was driving. Thankfully, I didn't do anything stupid. The Formula 1992 was surprisingly better than the ID.R on the dirt road, which was impressive. The thing finished off with 1 minute 27 seconds. Not bad, I guess. I then proceeded to see which race was the worst, so I figured it was the rally race. To compete against the ID.R, I used the Lamborghini Huracan Cerrado, and the results were, let's just say, interesting. My expectations were already set pretty low, but when another ID.R racing passed me and then hit a hay bale not even 10 seconds in, so my expectations were lowered even further. The Lamborghini Huracan whipped through pretty much the entirety of the race without much trouble. The finishing time was a clean 2 minutes and 1 second. In second place was a Porsche 911 GT3R, specified for Le Mans racing. His finishing time was almost exactly 20 seconds more than mine. Since he was willing to do a rematch, the 911 stayed for the second race. What I expected from the ID.R was nothing short of flabbergasting. Aside from spinning out a lot or hitting the occasional hay bale, this thing actually, it was impressive. Like, impressive. I thought this thing was supposed to fail, and no, it didn't. I narrowed its few failures down to awful traction and awful maneuverability. This thing just finished 4 seconds later than the Cerrado. That's not supposed to happen. That's illegal. That should not happen. Someone call the FBI. Someone. Please. Get help. This should not happen. I then proceeded to do the race it was actually bad at. I put the race tires back on the Volkswagen ID.R and headed for the drift race. Expectations low to the floor. Predictably, because this thing was supposed to have very good traction, the ID.R was awful. The thing couldn't even get a full drift in. In fact, the best drift was bad. Like, this thing is not made for drift racing. If you take this drift racing, it's not like we got a problem against you. We just, you need to get a better car for drift racing. Okay? Please? The ID.R finished off with a facepalm-worthy 6,057 points. Its best drift being 2,594 points. Yeah, that's bad. That is really bad. For the competitor, I pulled out my drifting juggernaut, the Nissan 350Z Veilside. And once I did, the 350Z proceeded to eat the ID.R alive, immediately collecting more points than the ID.R in its best drift. $18,352 points. 3 times as many points the ID.R got. Do not take the ID.R drifting. No matter what you do not take it drifting. Okay? We cool? Alright, nice. Now, any good tester knows to place the specifications somewhere in the testing, so we've put that there.